Hi, everybody.
Hello, I'm Ryan.
I'm Bethany.
And we are Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews.
And today we're going to talk about Between Two Castles of Mad King Ludwig. And this is published by Stonemaier Games with Bezier Games.
Alright, so this is obviously the combination of two games. We have Between Two Cities, and then we have The Castles of Mad King Ludwig. Two separate games. The publishers came together to make this game. We actually have live footage of how this game came to be.
You look so beautiful, and your eyes are so blue in the moonlight.
Oh, thank you.
Where?
So now we know where games come from.
Yeah, that was graphic.
Yep. So anyway, let's have Ryan show you how the game plays.
Alright, here is our setup for Between Two Castles of Mad King Ludwig. Alright, so in front of us, we have a kind of a player aid. This is going to tell us what kind of rooms we're going to be able to play, where we're going to be able to play them, what kind of benefits we're going to get once we place them, and if we place 3 or more of them, we get even extra benefits on top of that. Alright, so wherever we see these player cards, those are going to be our players. We're set up for a 3-player game here. Now, between each one of those players, we have got a castle tile, a throne room, and a little castle token as well. The game is going to take place over 2 rounds, and each round we're going to get a set of 9 tiles. Alright, so on our first turn, we're going to get a chance to look at them, kind of fan through them, and decide one tile is going to go to the castle on our left, one tile is going to go to the castle on our right. And every player is doing that. So let's say this one we'll put over here, and this one we'll put over here. Alright, and then once we have this, we're going to take the other ones we did not use, put them underneath the token over here, so that way it signals to everyone that we're ready to go. Once all players have done that, we're going to flip over our tiles. Now, just because you had in your mind that you wanted this one to go over here and this one to go over here, doesn't necessarily mean that has to be how it goes. You and the people sitting next to you, you get to choose, so maybe, you know what, this turns out, this is a little bit better now. And so now, together, you guys are going to place the tiles adjacent to the throne room tile. There are various bonuses and benefits to placing things in certain places. However, there are some restrictions. First of all, you need to have all tiles connected to your castle. Second of all, there are basement rooms or downstairs rooms. Those need to go below the throne room. All other types of rooms, such as food, living room, utility rooms, those are all going to be at or above your throne room. There are corridors that can go either upstairs or downstairs. There's one type of tile called an outdoor room. Once it is placed, nothing can be placed above it. That is the property line, or the let's see if we can find one here. So here we've got a butterfly garden. If we were to place that there, that would mean nothing would be able to go above that specific column going up. All right, we're going to keep on doing that, picking a stack of tiles, playing 2 of them, one to our left, one to our right, and then passing them to our left until you only have 1 tile left. That's going to get discarded, and then we're going to get a new set of 9 tiles, and then from there, we're going to do the exact same thing, but this time we're going to pass to the right. So one round we're going to pass to the left, one round we're going to pass to the right. Now, when certain things are going to happen once you get 3 of a kind. Let's say when you get 3 of these food tiles, 3 of the yellows, you're going to get to draw 5 tiles, and you get to choose one of them and place it in the castle that received that award. Living rooms, when you place 3 of those, you get to go into this box over here. It's a really nice little insert here. And what this does, it has all kinds of goodies. Alright, so for one thing, it has these little throne room attendant guys. What these are going to do is they're going to get you extra points. So this is going to actually fit right on top of your throne room tile. And so it gets you extra points based off symbols that are on the various tiles. Now, there's also things like when you get 3 outdoor rooms, you get a fountain. A fountain is just worth 3 points, which is fantastic. There's also towers, which give you points based on how tall a certain section is, a certain column is. There's going to be ones that give you, the downstairs room, for instance, it gives you a wild benefit. You get to choose one of the other benefits, and that can be really powerful. The utility rooms, you get to draw some of these cards. You get to draw 3 of them, keep 1 of them, and they're going to do things like you get 1 point for your total height of your castle. And that can be really strong if you have, especially like a tower strategy where you have one really, really long column. These game tray inserts are fantastic. They hold everything that you need right there in the game. All you have to do is shuffle the tiles at the beginning of each game, and you're ready to go. Now, the trick of this game is, it'd be really easy to just say, you know what, I'm going to put all the best tiles over on this castle, and all the worst tiles that I draw over on this castle. And then I'll just have one huge score over here. But that's not how it works. What you're going to get points for is, whatever of the two of your castles scores the least amount of points, that is your score. So you really need to work with the people to your left and to your right in order to build them both up equally, so that way you're not sitting in a situation where you have like one that's worth 20 points, one that's worth 80 points, and your score is then 20 points. You want to get them both up into the 50s or 60s or 70s or whatever, so that way no matter what, you've got a lot of points coming your way. There is a really handy score chart here because this is kind of complicated scoring. Basically, you're going to fill in each individual room, then you're going to total it across, and you'll get one big total at the bottom. Without this, it'd be extremely hard to get its score total. You're going to fill out one of those for each castle. So whoever has the highest score at the end of the game wins, and remember that score is whichever one of your castles scores the lowest amount of points.
So this is definitely a game that's conducive to back-to-back playing. It just has so much depth but speed to it, and it's really rewarding when you're done. You just play it fast, you're excited, you did what you set out to do, and then you just want to do it again. Maybe with a different partner, though.
Right, it definitely heal the other sides of your left and right. I gotta say, the insert for this game, the game trays insert, just made this game so easy to play. I mean, you literally just shuffle tiles, put them back in the tray, and you're going. And, you know, and Bethany mentioned you could probably just even use another half of them if you were using a smaller player count.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you should probably just shuffle them up again. But, man, it just sits there in the middle of the table, and it works. It does its job. And then you put it, the whole thing, just snap the lid on, put it away, you're done. One of the easiest setups to tear downs ever for a bigger game like this.
This game also has really easy iconography, which you would need when all the tiles are doing different things. Not once did we ever have to pull out the rule book for anything. It was really straightforward. We knew what it meant. And that could be because we were familiar with both the games to begin with, but I felt like that on the small tiles...
Because we knew the parents, it was easier to know the kid.
Yes. The mannerisms were the same.
Right, exactly. All right, so this game plays 3 to 7 players with a 2-player variant, and that's exactly the right way to word this, which is how they put it on the box. That's great. The 3 to 7 player game played identical, no matter how many players you had. It was fantastic. Yeah. You know, you were set up for one person to your left and a person to your right, and you were building these 2 castles. When you're playing the 2-player game, it does work. There's like a weird kind of third castle that you're kind of building off to the side, that you're both kind of putting things into, and it's like peculiar. But honestly, it works fine. But it is a variant. It's not like what I would call the core game. It's not the preferred way to play this game.
Which is, they didn't advertise it as such.
Exactly. So and it really did work. 3 to 7, fantastic. 2-player still works.
So I thought that this was a perfect blend of the 2 games. I could definitely see, like, taking the best parts of Between Two Cities and the best parts of Castles of Mad King Ludwig. You mash them together and you get this game. I just thought they did a really good job of incorporating the essence of both of those games in creating this new game.
For me, I felt like it had a little bit more of Between Two Cities. It had a little bit more of, I don't know, this parent instead of the other parent. But, I mean, it had all the scoring and all the things that made sense from Castles. But as far as the feeling of the game, it felt more like Between Two Cities.
Yeah, and now that you say that, if I had to choose between the two, I wouldn't need Between Two Cities anymore now that we have this. Like, there's enough different things with Castles of Mad King Ludwig that I can understand owning both of them, but I don't necessarily see us needing to own this and Between Two Cities, because I think it took a lot of that. I
mean, really, it took the best parts of both and made this game. So, I mean, if you can only have one of the games, this is the game you want.
Yeah.
You know, if you're able to have 2 of the games in your collection or budget or whatever, take this one and Castles of Mad King Ludwig.
Yeah.
If you can have all 3, by all means, get all 3. If you can't have any of them, that's fine. You can't have any of them. Did I cover everybody? If you do none of them, one of them, 2 or 3, I think I covered all of everybody. Yep. If you want multiple copies, you can get multiple copies. If you want, you can't get negative copies.
Oh my God.
I've officially covered every scenario.
Everybody,
but this is the one. If you can have one game.
Ryan has talked about you. Whoever you are, he has talked about you.
If you can have one game in your collection that gives you the vibe between those 2 games, this is the one single game to own.
Yeah, it was really fun. We had a blast with this game. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to us so you can see our videos as they come out. You'd also find us on Facebook. We are Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews. You can find us on Instagram. We are Ryan and Bethany. And on Twitter, we are Ryan and Bethany 1.
Everybody, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.